Hey, hi everyone. Welcome back to the MLOps playlist. In the last video, we have covered AWS IAM, how to control who can do what. Now let's talk about storage in AWS. As you can see the title, AWS storage explained for MLOps, and it's super simple. So you need to understand storage because in machine learning, your models and data have to live somewhere, right? So let's start about what is storage. So you think about your own computer. Okay, you have a hard drive. Okay, and this is your computer where you store files, right? Maybe you use Google Drive or Dropbox, right? Or Dropbox where you keep things online, right? And AWS gives you the same thing but in the cloud. You can store data, models, log, backups, basically everything your ML pipeline touches. Okay. Now, to keep things simple, you can imagine that your house has different places to store things, right? Like a bookshelf for everyday items, a garage for heavy stuff, a basement for old junk, a safe for a sensitive stuff, and a temporary table for stuff you are using right now. So AWS gives you exact same storage options. Okay, so let's go through them. Okay, so the first one is S3 or simple storage service. So you can think Azure Cloud Locker. Okay, you can store anything here: CSVs, images, models, even websites. And S3 is cheap, scalable, and durable. In MLOps, we use S3 for datasets, training output, model files, and logs. Okay. So the next one is EBS or Elastic Block Store. So this is your hard drive in the cloud connected to multiple EC2 server. Now what is EC2, that we will explain later, but you can think like EC2 is something an online server. Okay, you can treat it like an online server which is connected with some hard drive. Okay, it's just like how your laptop has a local disk. Okay, same way. Now EC2 needs EBS to store stuffs like scripts, data, and temporary files. It is fast, reliable, and private to that one EC2 instance or the server. Okay. So now let's come to EFS or Elastic File System. So this is like a shared Google Drive. If you see, it's like a shared Google Drive where multiple EC2 instances or multiple servers can access at the same time. It is super helpful when multiple training jobs or apps read and write to the same file. So let's talk about cold storage or Glacier. Okay, this is your basement. You store old data that you really need, like backups or archive models. Okay, it is super cheap but super slow to retrieve. Sometimes it takes hours. Okay, now the next one is instant store. Okay, so it is like a temporary workspace. It is super fast but gets wiped out when you shut down your server and you use it for scratch space, things you don't mind losing after a training session. Okay, now the next one is FSX. So these are premium file system for special use cases like Windows file shares or high performance computing. You might use FSX for Lustre if you are doing large scale high speed machine learning model training. Okay, so let's do the quick recap. So S3 is your go-to locker for datasets and models. EBS It is a fast local storage for EC2 or a server. Next, EFS. It's a shared access across multiple servers. Glacier is super cheap and for long-term backup. Instant Store, it is temporary and it is good to do fast crash space. And the very last, FSX, which is good for high performance specialized storage. So that's it guys. Now you understand AWS storage like a pro. So in the next video we will get hands-on with S3 and I will show you everything, creating a bucket, uploading the data, and whatever is there in S3 I will show you everything. So don't forget to like, subscribe, drop a comment if this helped you. See you in the next one. Have a great day ahead. Bye.